On 1st and 10, Collier. He'll get this to Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Love. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man, Amari Rodgers complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there, that means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
Now, I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but, of course, that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake. Collier. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
This might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, the ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Here's Jones again on second down.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rodgers now on first down.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Rodgers. Jones has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, here's Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Prescott. Man open, here is Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He's checking. Right there. Kill. Turn up.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Check 52. Box twist. Over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Taking it about the 16. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Following the interception. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers under pressure, and they got to him again. Neville Gallimore able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. To throw now. Here's Love. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Kingsley Keke there on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Being chased out left. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 88 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Jones.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Throwing on 1st down. Collier.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Back to throw. Collier. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Now Prescott. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Again, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now Dak. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Point after here coming up. And we may very well be headed to overtime. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw, Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try.
this to advance to the divisional round. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And that changes everything here in OT. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Run of the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it, so that's Mark, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Dillon. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoffs.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.